Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. I'm Jabbar Harris. I'm your host and the proprietor. Last episode, you got to bear with me. Definitely under the weather. It's crazy. I'm not feeling good at all. I'm sorry. Definitely under the weather. Weather going back and forth, going crazy. Excuse me. Raining, sun shining, all in the same day. Things like that. And me going swimming on top of that, everything like that, weather changing, season changing. I'm beat up right now, so you gotta bear with me. Definitely beat up right now, you gotta bear with me. We're gonna power through the show. I wanna make sure I show up for my audience today and make it do what it do. So, we might have to take a couple little breaks to get ourselves together. But it ain't stopping nothing but traffic. Might even do a couple little things if I got breaking news coming up. Might let that play a little bit, just to help me out. Ain't too much going on as far as breaking news right now. I'm gonna cover everything that's going on, but NBA Finals just got wrapped up. Stanley Cup Finals just got wrapped up. Baseball, WNBA season underway and all that stuff like that. But we're gonna be waiting for football to come along. That's the next major thing that's on the agenda. But I want to make sure I give a shout out to my sponsors. You need fresh gear, fresh clothing. Go to Cat Baby Clothing Brand. You need good bakery. Go to Diner Delights. Intro music to the Fresh Bar Sports Show. Jody Blow Music. So appreciate everybody supporting the show. And if y'all haven't already, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Definitely appreciate you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Run that up. Follow the Instagram page, Facebook page, Apple, Spotify, all that. So tap in on Fresh Bar Sports Show on multiple different platforms, however you want it. Let's dive into some of these news. Like I said, bear with me on the weather. We're gonna power through, but want to make sure I show up here for the audience and make it do what it do. Also, wanted to throw in there that if you feel free, you want to call in anytime. We can chime in on some of these topics. 717-846-5067 while we're doing our live shows on 6 p.m. Thursdays to 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Feel free to call in and chime in on some of these sports topics. 717-846-5067. All right, let's dive into it. Nationals manager Davion Martinez brings evidence. Now, I want to play a little video. I know you're not going to be able to see the video, but he brings evidence to suggestion.
A familiar location. There it is, right there. Take a good look at it. Is that on the line? I don't think so. I'm over this play. Seriously. They need to fix the rule. If this is what the umpires see, that he's running down the line, I'm tired of it. Fix it. We lost the game and he had nothing to say about it because he can't make the right call. Brutal. What was his explanation to you as you went out there? He said he saw him run down the line. So I said, we lost the game because you made the wrong call.
Yeah, that was the Nationals manager, Davion Martinez, bringing evidence. For his case that the umpires, he missed a call that resulted in their 4-5 loss to the Astros. He let the media know that. Also on some other baseball news, obviously going to be playing baseball news on this show, this episode, because sports world in the summertime. This is what this episode is about. Bryce Harper and MLB commissioner feel bad for the Oakland A's fans in Oakland for the relocation for the A's baseball team relocation to Las Vegas. They got the $380 million approval for a new stadium there in Las Vegas. Now, Bryce Harper, he's a native from Las Vegas. He says he wished the MLB would have do expansion instead of a relocation, because he wants them to have their own history and their, just the birth of their own, like the Golden Knights. It's not a relocation team, it's an expansion team, so they got all their history, rather than the Oakland A's. Excuse me. You're still bringing their history along over there, rather than this being something new. This should just be from the it'd just be the history from the relocation point, but all their trophies and things that they won in Oakland is still going to stay on the franchise resume. So I thought that was just interesting for Bryce Harper to point out. Some other news. MLB pitcher. No, excuse me. Former MLB pitcher Trevor Bauer faces another sexual assault allegation. He countersues due to the fact that he claims she's attempted to harass and extort money from him in the wake of 3 similar other allegations regarding sexual allegations with 3 other women. Man, all I know is, this man's guilty of that. It's gonna get real bad for him. It's gonna get real bad for him, and he deserves it. And he definitely deserves it. Obviously, but if it's just because these case things, you gotta let things play out in court, because this stuff happens every year with some, athlete. Even it's sad, whether it's current, former, whatever the case may be, but people always trying to do something to get have their hand out, especially when you're a famous athlete and they know you got that money like that, So all that stuff comes with it, but only time will tell. Everything play out in the court process, but not saying cases don't be true, but this stuff happens every year with the cases. Like I said, not necessarily just with sexual allegations, just all types of matters, forms of, people trying to make a scheme off come up off of professional rich athletes. But definitely, like I said, if he definitely did this and is guilty of all this stuff, then it's gonna get real bad for him, because he might be spending the rest of his days behind bars, and not the bars, fresh bars takes that I be spitting out here, the sports topics and stuff like that. We talk about jail cell. Yeah, those are the bars that we ain't talking about. But 3 arrests was made in the 3 arrests was made in the deaths of Yogi Bear and Roger Maris MVP trophy. Excuse me, I watched that. Roger Maris MVP trophy and Yogi Bear World Series ring was stolen, as well as expensive paintings for a couple of different artists. And now it's believed to be a 9-ring of thieves, and the one is still a fugitive. The 9th suspect didn't turn herself in or got arrested. Nicole's Demar, 53, which is considered a fugitive, since he didn't turn himself in. All I can say is, because they was melting stuff down and I guess doing other stuff with it, or destroying the evidence that they claiming. You doing all that for what? Like, y'all getting the stuff and destroying it. Y'all didn't make no money off of it. I mean, obviously there's 9 people, so bringing 9 people, so I'm pretty sure obviously some people did, but the ones that just did it to melt the gold, rings down, obviously to create other things with it and maybe have some of that I don't know what's going to be in because I don't know. Maybe you correct me if I'm wrong, but if you melt something down, it's just going to be just the gold form of whatever it is, and it just pretty much loses meaning at that point. Obviously, you be creating something else, but I don't get the angle here. Definitely don't get the angle here. I mean, as far as that, the melting of the jewelry or the trophies and stuff like that, the gold. I don't get that. Obviously, to create something else, but you losing the value of, the high thousands of dollars values that it has. Even if you just, I got this, and you sell it to somebody else, whatever, things like that. But I know they believe one of the guys was destroying the paintings, burning the paintings to so the evidence won't be held against them. But for the one specifically that just like damaging the value is still keeping it well, like excuse me, like the ones who's melting the gold down. Well, they know you melt the gold down, and so you're still gonna be guilty for it, and this evidence is still gonna be held against you. As far as the gold, melting the gold down. Yeah, so that was a wild story when I looked and saw that today. Got some basketball news. Really didn't want to go here, but this is news. So gotta let it do what it do. Wizards and Bradley Beal agent. Obviously, Bradley Beal's involved. He knows he's up out of there. He want to get up out of there. Discussing trade scenarios for him. And the three-time All-Star, which he has no defense. And I'm not talking about defense, All-Star teams. I'm just talking about he just don't possess no defense. He's not that guy to be deserving of $50 million a year. I'm not knocking people for going to get their money and making the most that they can. I'm not knocking it. Not going to say, turn the money down per se. I'm not going to say that. But I might will say somebody, doesn't necessarily, deserve that much. Not saying that they don't deserve, millions of dollars, but not to be max players, whatever those numbers look like. Because that's max dollars, and it's different from, everybody's contract structure differently, with the All-Star teams and the All-Star selections and all that type of, individual awards, how the NBA got it. And the new structure of the salary cap, how are you fitting somebody that's coming on your team to be the third wheel? A $50 million third wheel max player at that number. You can't do that. $50 million, injury prone to the fullest. Ain't no question about that. Scoring, not when you need it the most. He gonna get buggers. I watched him closely when my man Russell Westbrook was there. Watching all the games, tuned in. And plenty of those games, not plenty, but a good bit of those games, Bradley Beal hurt, he out, this, that, and the third. Times he's on there, and they going to, kind of struggle to, having a little struggle moments to score, mainly in the fourth quarter specifically. He must be drained or something. I don't know why, because you saving all your energy on the defense side, because you ain't doing nothing on that. What you so tired for? You 20-something. What you so tired for? You leaving my guy Russell Westbrook out there to hang. He out there balling. Okay, he might not be making shots, but he making it do what it do. And really single-handedly carry that team to a playing game that year. Unlike Bradley Beal, missing his fair share of games, like he is customarily does. So I don't think that's going to be a game changer. As far as in the trade scenarios, or her come to a certain team that's a contender. If you're a true contender, how you fit in the $50 million in your salary cap? And if you're not no true contender, why would you want to put somebody's $50 million in your salary cap that's not playing both sides of the floor, plus being injury prone? consistently. These things goes on. How would you feel about that? So, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered with this, but I mean, it's apparent that the Wizards probably thinking it was a bad investment. We need to, separate ourselves. All I'm trying to just figure out is, what are they going to just lean on Kyle Kuzma and saying that's the number one star and that's it? Or are they trying to, what the Wizards trying to get out of this back? Because you're not getting a superstar back from Bradley Beal. You're not. You might get 4 or 5 players that make the salary work up, but they not no superstar players. I mean, excuse me, they're not no all stars. So I'm interested to see how things played out, but ain't nothing good going on with the Washington Wizards. I'm just sorry. And DC's a nice place. I like DC a lot, Chocolate City, but nah, dog, this ain't it. That ain't it for me. Hockey Hall of Famer member Henry Richard has stage 3 chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTA. At the time of his death in 2020, the Concussion Legacy Foundation in Canada announced Wednesday. Excuse me. Yeah, man, I'm hanging in here, man. I'm hanging in here. Las Vegas Golden Knights win the first Stanley Cup in franchise 6 years history. 9-3. And the 9-3 win over Florida in Game 5 in Las Vegas. And man, it was a party. They was turning it up. They was doing the thing. They was throwing the hats out there in the ring and everything. Golden Knights forward Jonathan Marchessault earns award as MVP of the Stanley Cup entire playoff. It's not just for the championship series, which I would personally disagree with that, but I guess they just figured that, hey, you made it to the finals. It's got to be, one of y'all, somebody from one of y'all 2 members teams. There ain't nobody else in there because they didn't get the team to the finals win. I don't believe that somebody could still had a great, outstanding, series or a couple series that they was here and didn't make it to the finals. If that was the case, obviously the people that having more attempts and more games, then those numbers was gonna go up rather than somebody who played the first or the second round, Conor McGregor, this guy's a nut, but he's a promotional genius. He's always getting the promo on. He's always doing that. He definitely got a lot going on with him. He definitely. He sends the Heat mascot out, sends him to the ER. Allegedly, Sends him to the ER, punched him twice. Promotional thing go wrong, like promoting some spray. I guess it was some healing spray or whatever, pain relieving spray. His brain. So that's that. Ain't no word about the mascot. Not the mascot per se, but the person inside that suit is pursuing legal actions. It's not made clear that yet, but was made clear. And he is met with a denial on Conor McGregor part that he allegedly raped a girl at Game 4. When I first read the story, I thought story. It was on social media until I had to see actual stories. But I'm just under the impression when I'm looking at it, this is after the game somewhere. The hotel or whatever. The case is going to be. Wait a minute. Just happened during the game, y'all saying, allegedly. And he tried to take her into the, a VIP All men's bathroom. Okay. Because I know how it is at these games. I know a little thing or two. I know how it is at the games. And there's no way in the world there's any type of footage. If Conor McGregor is in the VIP area of the game, to get food and drinks and use the bathroom type of stuff, to get to do any type of gestures or theatrics around the female regarding anything. It could be a laughter conversation. There could not be any type of theatrics around Conor McGregor, and the camera's not going to be out. Especially getting all those theatrics and emanation-ness to a female. Now, we don't know, exactly what he did, allegedly. But one would surmise that, especially in 2023, a famous person making any type of commotion, the cameras is coming out. Or it would not even blow people's mind to think that a commotion couldn't have been going on. He could probably be doing something secret. We're still gonna get this video of Conor McGregor in the same area. Child might take a selfie with him, whatever the case may be. All I'm saying as to say is, we need that security camera. We need that security footage, because people on social media didn't put that video up yet from their phones. I'm just saying. So, I don't know what's going on. How's all this going to come back to harm Conor McGregor? Just like everything, because he just seems like. I don't know. He got the ultimate fight. I don't know if he's gonna be. He got the ultimate fight. I don't know if he's gonna fight again. I don't know if he's gonna fight. I just don't know if he's gonna fight again. Just because he's just. Obviously he's doing business things. So he's good, but he's moving like financially. He's good. He's good, but he's moving wild. Like he's moving like he's like hit rock bottom. Like he's going crazy or something. I'm just being honest. That's when people's on the verge of death, but he's good. And he's still got, business deals and sport, sponsorships and endorsements and all that partners. He's locked in. He's plugged in. Go back to the Yankees game, because I missed a note. For the Yankees, I didn't talk about the Yankees game, but I wanted to go back to baseball. I had missed a note. And the Yankees versus Mets game, St. John's basketball coach Rick Pitino throws the first pitch to Donovan Mitchell, who played for him and who played for Rick at Louisiana. Louisville, excuse me. Sorry about that. For Louisville. Now let me say this. I don't know what's going on right here. But y'all need to win. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all could be throwing first pitches together and doing all this, that, and third. New York Beat is gonna eat you up. You should know better. You've been around this game a long time, Rick Pitino. Go ahead, make your rounds, do all that. But you need to make sure y'all ready for game day. Y'all team is ready for game day. You make sure you have your boys ready for game day. As simple as that. No excuses. Same thing over here. Donovan Mitchell, you want to make sure you show up and ball out for Cleveland. Yet again, not saying that you wasn't balling out doing your thing, but don't need to see no drop off. You better stay the same if anything. Gotta stay the same if anything. Can't be no slippage. Can't be no drop off. Only improvements. You hear me? That's it. It's only improvements. I'd be remiss and neglected to not mention one of the UFC female GOATs of all time. She gotta be. One of the female GOATs. Period. Amanda Nunes retains her bantamweight title with unanimous decision at UFC 289 versus Irene Almona. which went the distance, and Nunes announced she retired. She done. Yeah, she done. She done. Go spend time with the family. And just do it like that. Make some, probably make some business deals, keep the money flowing, but they good. So congratulations to her on a great journey, one hell of a career. Yeah, some would think it would be it was too short, but hey, you came, you saw, you conquered, you did what you wanted to do, you did it your way. You were dominating the game too. Yeah, go ahead, walk off to the sunshine. So, gotta talk about this mess. I really gotta talk about this mess. What's what we doing? Floyd Mayweather. I don't know who this guy is. Versus John Gotti. Not one, not two, but three. John Gotti, not one, not two, but three John Gottis. He is fighting Floyd in the exhibition. They stopped the exhibition. Now the ref is at all Floyd's fights. He got him paid off. He got him paid, locked in. He's doing all Floyd's, off the market, black market calls and, stuff like that right now. This is wild. So, Floyd Mayweather doing his thing against him. I ain't watched the fight because I'm like, that network, I don't like that network. I just can't support anything they doing if it ain't gonna be positive, because they doing, it's just like they got all the bad stuff on their thing, on the program. They got anything to make us look negative, black folks as a whole, on their program. They got all that type of stuff. Nah, dog, I'm good on that type of stuff. Maybe we could have a little loss here and there, but that can't be 24/7 type of program. The agenda to be making, others look bad. Nah, we can't be having that. You gotta stand up for it. So, Floyd do his thing. Obviously, they stopped the fight. The ref stopped the fight. He gets mad, still trying to fight Floyd. He's like trying to figure out what's going on. He got obviously his peoples there, jumping in, ready to do whatever. So I'm about to try to pull up a video for you. So
Let's put in New York.
That's the one. Trying to pull up a video for y'all. So here's some of the commotion from the Floyd versus John Gotti fight. Because there was also some brawls that broke out. Like I said, the Floyd's peoples, his friends, his bodyguards, his crew jumps in and trying to get at John Gotti because he's playing beyond the whistle. He's fighting after the whistle. So I did have it ready to go, but kind of got lost. But it's okay. We got time. We good. But Floyd, he was bad business for doing that type of stuff, because it's like, come on, man, this looks so beneath Floyd Mayweather. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Around this type of stuff. Cause I'm like, I got the video number. So I'm like, Floyd's too good for this stuff, but there's money, Mayweather, there's money to be made there. He's gonna go make it. I mean, that's just his thing. So I can't say too much about it, because that's his, there's money, there's significant money to be made there. He's gonna do it. So here's some of the chaos that took place, that was going on, not only in the ring, but outside the ring, backstage. Jocelyn Hernandez and what's this, a big gelato or whatever. So there's multiple brawls fighting The young lady's name is Big. It's not on here. It was on here. But anyways, there's several fights fighting. Floyd fighting friends and family members, workers, whoever. Floyd's crew trying to get at John Gotti for real, like take his neck off because he's fighting after the whistle. Trying to go at Floyd after the whistle. And then, I don't know, really, just girls drama, reality star Jocelyn Hernandez. She's going crazy and fighting females and security in the backstage, and just became a whole wild ordeal. He stopped the fight right now. He's stopping the fight right now. He's still trying to fight. Now he's still trying to fight Floyd after he's stopping the fight. That's when all chaos breaks loose. All chaos is breaking loose. People in the ring. So now everybody's in the ring, and Floyd's just sitting on the rope, doing this Floyd thing, sitting on the top ropes, and just doing this Floyd thing, egging on the crowd. He ain't taking this stuff serious because like he said, he ain't putting himself in harm's way. So he just, you don't play with boxing, but he knows he ain't fighting nobody that's on the verge of doing something in the boxing world, like rank like that. So he not looking at that as that he's taking putting himself in harm's danger because these guys' skill sets is so, under his, his skill sets is so superior to them. He can be not at his meat, his max, shape and ring shape, not just regular shape, his ring shape to go against these guys. Now you got going to the other video where the reality star Jocelyn Hernandez is going crazy on somebody in the backstage. Jocelyn, she kicking somebody down there on the floor. This is crazy. There's a whole lot of chaos. Jocelyn just attacking people on the backstage. Her and her crew. It wasn't just her and her crew. Yeah, so that's the gist of that. So pretty much, like I said, man, there's a whole lot going on in the sports world. This boxing thing. That that whole network, what they running over there, that ain't good. That ain't good. I don't like it. So y'all heard y'all for yourself. The ones that saw the video, them all need to be ashamed of themselves. And that's all I really want to say about that. They all need to be ashamed of themselves. They are too old, too grown. And we understand the cameras is on. This is all part of the network, branding purposes and everything like that. But Dad, this is really what y'all want to be only known for? All the chaos? And John Gotti's 1, 2, 3, the who is he? We know John Gotti, the mob man. We know the mob family he come from. We understand. But in the boxing world, it seems like this guy's just playing around just because he need to do something to make it look legit. I don't know, but he definitely is not on his way. Because Floyd wouldn't be fighting him. As simple as that. When I'm saying on their way, I'm talking about on their way to being ranked top something in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. And one of those weight classes. My whole thing is, this ain't good. We gotta stop supporting this stuff. We got to. Hold these guys accountable to be doing better, especially them as a network. Because I like loving hip hops, and I like the Black Ink, and I love the reality shows and all that. The basketball wise, I understand that. But they do make it a point to try to not have it all about the fighting, like physically. Arguments is bound to happen. We understand that's human nature. And we can agree to disagree and be passionate about it without it being physical. And if it may look a little demonstrative, nobody's getting in nobody's space and getting physical, it's all good. And to me personally. So, I'm just not liking how they moving out there right there as a network. And yes, it is the the Zeus network. Like, come on, really? Just stop it. Yeezy made that up or something? Man, Kanye Yeezy made that up. It's unbelievable. But really, Floyd Money Mayweather. Damn, I wish you would just ride off to the sunset and not, like I know other people saying you would never find other top-notch athletes, competing against, people that don't deserve to be in the ring. Not like when I mean they're the ring or the field of play. Simple as that. Not saying they can't be around them as a fan, but to competing and going against them, like how superior you are, even at your advanced age, compared to them in their prime of their life. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. A big difference. And I'm not just like trying to say like a little. It's a dramatic gap between their skill sets, and no matter how lack of top peak shape he's in, I like myself. I could, haven't been in my top peak shape, in a long time. Might as well say, 9 years to be exact, as far as basketball playing shape. Now, good shape, but just, the conditioning to play the game. But when I go out there a couple times that I do, I have been more recently, but I go out there a couple times that I do, I can still tap into the things that I know, regardless if my duration and my stamina was not, where ideally I would love it to be at, for the court. I still know the move set to tap into to go to counter to be good out there, to be dominating out there, to do my thing out there, to win out there. But if I'm going to play against the ones that's on their way arriving, now I'm gonna have to tap in to really buckle down to get in this shape. Seriously, training, to get in the peak shape. Cause I know my skill sets could match with them, but these young guns and skills, these young guns, top peaks in shape, and they got skill sets too. So that's what makes the difference. Not saying that John Gotti is 1, 2, 3. Might not be, about to say 1, 2 in the third. About to say John Gotti 1, 2 in the third. They not in the top piece shape, but I mean he might be in top piece shape, but I don't care wherever he think his skill set is at. Floyd Money Mayweather, 50-0 times that over. If you catch what I'm saying. John Gotti's skill set, whatever you think that is, times 50-0 Floyd Money Mayweather over. It's that simple. Like Floyd, he nice. And you know, with lower weights and before the hand injuries, had a little knockout power, but primarily not because of the knockout power, because of the skill set, because of the defensive ability, because he knows boxing. And his skill set is said to be some of the greatest skill sets of them all. His boxing IQ through the roof. Some of the highest at it. He knows how to box. Not necessarily a fight. Some guys not a fight. He knows how to box. He knows how to win. He knows how to win. He knows how the points is accumulated. He knows ducking and dodging. He knows he knows it all. So John Gotti never had a chance. Just like some of these other YouTube stars or whatever the case may be. But hey, it's bringing in money. Floyd's going to take the money. You saying you got this boatload of money. Floyd always saying all I got to do is just, show up and do what I've been doing to get 50-0 and what's the word I'm looking for? And all I got to do is just pretty much show up and go through a walk in the park, because that's all it is. Get a little light sweat out there. Man, his sparring matches be stronger than that. But I digress. Arkansas State arrested 3 players on theft charges Saturday. I don't want to botch the names, but I gotta make the attempt. Excuse me. DeMondre, and Julian Lua, and Terrence Ford. Those are the 3 individuals that was arrested on Saturday for stealing, on theft of $1,000, on theft of $1,000. The school is aware of the situation, gathering more information, and then going to make, so they can make appropriate decisions and do things in an appropriate manner. So, where's the NIL deals at? I mean, I know that everybody's not getting NIL deals, but see, these players on these teams that getting NIL deals, I mean, we understand, but y'all got to. You hate to say it like that. I'm not giving out no amounts, and maybe they are doing, but I'm not giving out no amounts. But the only thing I'm saying is, you gotta look out for the rest of the team. We understand y'all gotta take care of your family, your personal family, but y'all gotta do something. Be looking out for the other teammates that's not getting an NIL deal. If you want to have any successful season, to win anything tangible with your team, not just talking individual. If you just all for yourself, we understand that it is going to be, and don't get it twisted. They might isolate you. And and not help put you in positions to be looking so good out there on the court. So you don't want to be just having that mindset too much out there. But if you having the mindset of somebody who's trying to actually win something with their team, that ain't gonna work. You gotta look out for the team. You got to. And I'm not talking on amounts, but it's just, you know what I mean? They shouldn't have to be in no position to do that. And obviously, whoever had the NIL deal might not be around, might not have been there. These guys just did this on their own. But there should be conversations that, and maybe these guys don't want to do that, but it should be known that you can reach out to who got the NIL deal for help. But stuff like this happens. it goes back to me where, okay, people can get the NIL deals to get good contract, but then the people that's not worth those, NIL deals, they gonna be, in the same situation. If not, with a little more, I'm not saying everything, but just different emotions feeling. Some might be feeling a little more envious, jealous, mad, angry, bitter, because they feel like they get left out now. And then they gotta resort to stuff like that. Or some might not even resort to thievery or anything like that. But just hold ill will towards the ones on the court, and there could be several of them, and affecting the team's play and their order of success. So that's all that stuff that you got in mind, but I would love, if they're not doing this already, but to something that obviously doesn't seem like it's working, a higher stipend, something that's really set aside. Sorry, excuse me. Something that's really set aside for players, maybe on a bi-weekly basis, something like that that's can be used for, just the college stuff, whatever, So that's where I'm at with it. They just need to boost that up a little bit, at least if they're not going to do nothing else for the athletes, especially the ones that that's on scholarship and can't work. So I don't know. I know, I guess they're figuring, you got the NIL deal, that's just a chance to prove yourself, but and that's what they were saying when it first came in, like everybody's not going to be worthy of these NIL, they're not giving it out to everybody on the team. Now you do got some people that, that's looking, mainly the football players. But, look out for the rest of look out for my offensive lineman, quarterback. You do something for my offensive lineman, because you if you won't take care of them big boys up there, you getting sacked every time, and you're gonna be hurt, beat up. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be injured, hurt, can't play. It's gonna be like that. Might need surgery or everything like that. You getting cracked out there, and the offensive line letting you get cracked out there too. On top of that, no way. Moral of the story: whoever got the NIL deals, multiple, gotta look out for the rest of the team. Not putting a number on it, not doing that, but you gotta make sure they know they can contact you if they need anything. Or to come to you, they have to contact you. They can come to you. Y'all should be living in the same area. Y'all on the same team. Y'all on the same team. Y'all should be living, even if y'all living off campus, y'all ain't too far from each other. Shout out to Novak Djokovic, surpasses Rafael Nadal for the most major titles at 23, beats Casper Rodin in French Open final. So congratulations to Novak on his record-breaking 23 major titles for the tennis, men's tennis. Brittany Griner gets harassed, heckled, and questioned and battered with words and stuff by YouTube or whatever at the airport. Mercury plans to adjust travel, how they moving around. They ain't give out no details, obviously. That's the good thing. You're making adjustments and you telling everybody all the adjustments, and that's not good. But what happened to the private planes y'all was supposed to be, that y'all was supposed to be providing for Brittany Griner? And I don't understand why you can't do that as a whole. The charter flights for the team. Because they should be going through they shouldn't have to be going through nobody's airport. They should be pulling up to that gate, walking through the clear port, getting on the charter, like that. What happened to that WNBA? Y'all need to make the investment. And then, I don't know how y'all gotta go about it. If they not gonna do that, y'all need to stand on your 10 toes as a union and ingratiate yourself with these other people in the industries, with these power brokers. You know, the owners, they ingratiate with this stuff. They got their team, you know, they're people that, you know, their billions of their friends that they know they can turn to and lean on for whatever. Y'all got to do the same thing as the players. Use your relationships. We may have to do a little holdout. We get in charter fights one way or another. Whether you going to mandatory that all the teams provide, or let it be up to the individual teams to provide it. But this is happening. This is happening. Yeah, they need to go and stand. I mean, the competitive advantage, nobody's trying to hear none of that. It shouldn't be no competitive advantage because everybody should be having a charter flight. They're all professional athletes. As simple as that. They are professional, top-notch, top-of-the-line American athletes and playing at the peak of every profession should be having the charter flights. Ain't no question about that. Not the semi-pro leagues, not the pro league under the main pro league, not none of that. You know, that's their own. I'm talking about the NBA, the NFL, MLB, NHL, WNBA, including. Did I say anything wrong? That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Also, to moving on to a funny story. Pro golfer Adam Juan tackled by security while spraying champagne, turning up, having a good time, in celebration of friend Nick Teller's miracle putt to win the to win the RBC Canada Open. This kid ain't know who that was. I don't know who you is. Look like a no name. I'm tackling you. You moving, looking crazy, shaking the champagne bottle in celebration, having a good time. Wait a minute. We ain't used to fans acting like that. Put a stop to this. They said we putting a stop to this. Do you think that security guy got suspended or lost his job? Damn. I hate to see him lose his job, but he definitely got to get a sit down on this one. Can't be messing up the money. Can't be messing up the product. You dare to protect the money and you hitting the money? There's plenty of money out there. There's many individuals. Nah, they can't do that. That can't go unnoticed. I'm not saying it and went unnoticed, but I'm talking about at the place of employment. He needs to be sit down a little bit. That's all. And why do I say that? You supposed to know who these people is, so you protect them. Like, you're supposed to know who's involved, what's going on. You're not paying attention to something. You're supposed to know where the participants is at, and who's the media members, and who's the fan. Like, you're supposed to know all these fine lines. And another hockey news. Michael Andlauer to purchase centers for nearly $1 billion, which makes it the record-breaking for a franchise in hockey selling for. Now, this ain't funny. Now, this story right here, I saw that, I'm like, what is going on? Arena Football League. Team Albany Empire, which is owned by Antonio Brown, it's kicked out the league. It's kicked out the Arena Football League due to unpaid dues from Empire, which obviously Antonio Brown is running that in charge of making sure those payments go out or not. I don't know what's going on with him, why he's running things out, but I know he's probably pissing his father off because this is his father's legacy, his father's team. His father played for them. You know, this was his father's thing. Obviously, Antonio Brown did, you know, greater and better things than his dad. He did, you know, as it's supposed to be. He went on to the NFL, played for a historical franchise, and the Pittsburgh Steelers won the Super Bowl championship with the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, who wanted you your service there and still wanted you there until he was acting a fool. And then you gonna go down to your father's league and to his team and do that to him. You got the money. What's going on? You did not run through all that money. Why are you not taking care of business? Business is always booming. You're not taking care of business. Taking care of business, you gotta pay for your obligations. You gotta pay for the dues and things that you gotta do. And you tripping about the little $1,000 a month, and you know you got so many payments that's more than the $1,000 a month, and this is the business thing. Now you kick it out of the league when your team wasn't even doing good, 1-6 in the league. You talk about you was gonna play for them, never did that. Okay, you act like they said he was acting like he was practicing last week or something like that. Catch a couple passes, man. Nobody worry about that. You wasn't playing for them. Cause you act like you want to be done with football. Then you know you can't go out there and have a bad performance, and everybody like, oh, see, yeah, we know he's done. If you trying to leave things the way that you left it, okay, so be it. We know you're not playing for nothing else. No, you're not playing no more for anywhere. You're not doing that. If you wasn't gonna be playing in the NFL no more, you wasn't gonna be doing nothing else, Lord. Now, I don't know what San Antonio Brown thought he was going to, trying to start doing better, but he not. He got to get the help he need, man. Just like John Moran, Zion was, these guys got to get the help, and Antonio Brown too, because he's still not right. He's still not right. Yeah, AB, you gotta do better than that. You gotta be better. You know what I mean? Also wanted to say again, WNBA season's underway. It's going great. Make sure y'all tap in with that. Las Vegas is leading the league. Las Vegas Aces, defending champions. Candace Parker on there and all that type of stuff. Well, additions of Candace Parker and all there. The defending champions. Looking poised to repeat. 8-1 on the season, top of the league. Connecticut, 8-2. And then New York, Liberty, 6-3. Those are the top 3 records in the WNBA right now. Also, before we get out of here, I wanted to mention the Bills drama situation with Coach Sean McDermott and the new offensive coordinator and Josh Allen, the quarterback, versus Stephon Diggs. We don't know. I can't wait till they divulge that information because nobody still knows what it's truly about. Obviously, some type of rift going on between, those, the offensive coordinator, the new offensive coordinator, the head coach, and Josh Allen, the quarterback, and Stephon Diggs. He got his money. He's not going nowhere. It's not about that. They're not trading him. That's like a $45 million dead hit salary cap. If they do get him off the books by any means, they got to fill that salary cap hit. I don't know what the issue is. Obviously, it's something real personal. And if they can get through it, then that's going to be great. But obviously, if they didn't get through it in that meeting, this season is done for. Somebody's going to have to go. If they walked away from that room feeling in their heart of hearts and their soul that this outcome was not good for us in that meeting, like we're not better off than we walked in here, then somebody gonna have to go. We know it ain't gonna be the quarterback, so Stephon Diggs be the one to go. I'm just saying, or bring another new coordinator in. All right, man, this was good, man. This is fun. Bear with me. Bear got through the show under the weather. Stay tuned for some more episodes of Fresh Bar Sports Show. We're gonna let this cook, let it marinate, let it bubble up. If you haven't already, make sure you tap in with all the channels. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Let's run it up. The Apple, Spotify, all that, Facebook, Instagram. Go check out the Fresh Bar Sports Show and tell a friend. We up out of here.